Okay.
So this is my final half-scale model.
Okay.
I was wanting to know, do you like the model?
Yeah, it looks nicely presented. See if I can pick it up. So obviously, I presume the wheel is just representative of a small bike wheel, is it?
Yeah, that's right.
Small, yeah. Okay. Yeah, well, I can see how it works. Just out of interest, where would the passenger put their feet, and how would they get in? Fat bars across the middle. It looks like you might have to be quite agile to be able to get in there, unless it opens up.
Basically, this is attachable, so I can detach this, and we can put it back once he's sat down.
Okay.
And I'm going to make some bars, so they'll go either side of the wheel.
Yeah,
so
I appreciate this. Is just a sketch model, so that's fine.
Yeah. Do you think this will be suitable for putting on a bike?
Yeah, I quite like the profile of it. I think it's quite interesting, quirky, but also potentially a little bit streamlined as well with that shape. I guess being without a kind of model of the actual back wheel. So okay if I take that off.
Yeah.
So it can fall off. And you check the clearance of the back wheel if you had a model of a half scale large wheel back bike like it.
Yeah, it's all half scale. The wheel I measured is half of the normal size mountain bike. Have
you checked that against this model?
Yeah.
Okay. Because yeah, it looks like if that's the seat post clamp, isn't it? That one there. Looks like it would sit in between here. So if you ever kind of turn around a big corner, would the wheel come against the inside of this?
Yes,
this is the correct.
That's one of the ideas that I had, because it was I was gonna bend this in order for the wheel to sit in properly.
Yeah.
Hopefully that should sort that problem out.
And then obviously the point of these side panels, these, I mean, on their own they don't really serve much of a purpose, I guess. If they cover with a roof, then sure it's rainproof.
Yeah, that's one other problem I was going to solve as well. Creating a sort of roof, like some sort of cover, maybe out of nylon fabric I was going to use.
Okay.
And maybe like have a window structured here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I presume that's all part of the design.
Yeah.
It might be good to think about how you do it on this design.
Yeah.
Because obviously making a sketch model like this is easier to try things out, and you can get an idea of construction methods before trying it on the actual site. So you're going to make this out of steel.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's square section. I presume that looks like a centimetre, and you do get 20mm square section steel. So
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Have you estimated what kind of weight this would all be? Just looking at it.
I know it's going to be heavy if it's made out of steel. I don't have a rough estimate, but it will be quite heavy as well. To pick up is going to be pretty decently heavy.
Well, I don't know. You anticipating it being the weight of a
6-year-old?
A bicycle? I was going to say.
Okay.
Double. If you think about as the kind of trailers that we are interested in stocking, they're largely, as long as they are 2/3 of the weight of a bike or less.
Okay.
So if they're getting towards heavy as a bike, then it becomes, before you even load them with a cargo or a passenger, it might be deemed too weighty. But I don't know, actually. You might be surprised with 20mm square section tubing. It might not actually be as heavy as a bicycle.
Okay, yeah.
But I think it is worth just, you've got a nice design proposal. It might be worth just verifying the weight. Do you know how you might do that? You've got the lengths of these.
Yeah,
bits
I've
of
got the
art,
lengths.
and you could possibly find out online from data how heavy square section tubing is, or find a sample, measure that length, and then work out the total length of this, double it because it's a half scale model, and then you can work out the weight of what the ballpark of the main frame. The frame would be the heavy bit, I imagine.
Yeah,
What's this made out of?
This is made out of plywood, and this is MDF, but this sort of shows the structure of how I'm going to put the seat onto the frame.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the main idea, but would you think another material should be used besides plywood?
Plywood is probably a more expensive option than some moulded plastic seat, because that was my next question is going to run on to. Have you got a kind of idea of a ballpark that you'll make this for, or what its RRP would be?
I'm saying around £150.
Okay.
Yeah, rough price.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that is in the right ballpark for bike traders, especially passenger carrying ones.
Yeah.
I think to keep the overall cost down, the profit margin high, obviously looking at the kind of raw material cost, you might find the welding of a box section frame like this, especially with its kind of interesting taper like that, the jigs, but also the raw materials, it is quite heavy, strong. I mean, the strength of it could potentially put it aside, especially, I don't know about these being protective strong, so you might have a strong, if you imagine the chassis of a car, you've got a very weak cabin on the top of a strong chassis, but in terms of durability, that's good. I guess being a single wheel trailer, it's very bulky as it is, but would these be easily dismantlable?
Yeah, easily. You just screw them.
And that's the whole point of the storage of it, so it's very narrow. Narrow is quite an appealing thing.
How much would you pay for this product if you were to buy it?
It's hard to tell at this stage in terms of quality, the finish.
If I was to develop it, would you have a better understanding?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to be said about the detailing of how these parts are all made. You know, maybe if you had cast and machined parts, aluminium parts that were well designed, you could look at a premium. You know, it could potentially fall into the premium market category. Obviously, performance-wise, like I said, a premium product, you've got to get the balance of strength and weight correct. At this stage, it's hard to tell because finish is important. Finish and appearance is very important. Customers really are drawn to premium finish. And premium material choice as well. So obviously, if this is just Corex, it does look a bit cheap. So it's something to think about. If you can make it look a bit more fancy, quite often this might be underneath something a bit more roomy, just for the look.
Just answer. Yeah, that's right. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.